Barcelona's short week calendar has turned one routine La Liga fixture into a decision with outsized consequences. On paper, Getafe at the Estadio Johan Cruyff is another home match and a chance to keep momentum. But the real story is the player whose mere availability shifts the game's emotional balance, Lamine Yamal. Coaches across the league, and even opponents, openly admit what Barcelona know privately. Yamal is not just a starter, he is a match-defining spark. Getafe boss Jose Bordalas summed it up in plain terms when he said he hoped Yamal would play because a player like him makes football lovers enjoy the game. That kind of praise from an opposing coach says two things at once: the threat Yamal poses and the spectacle he brings. Yet the same headlines that celebrate his talent also warn that he is recovering from pubic discomfort, a tricky, recurring issue that clubs treat carefully because one rash decision can cost weeks, not days. Not days. For a manager like Hansi Flick, the choice is surgical. Do you risk a high-impact wing presence in a domestic clash to keep the machine rolling, or do you rest him as part of a longer-term plan keeping eyes fixed on tougher tests in the European calendar? The calculus changes when you factor in Barcelona's hectic schedule and the looming Champions League challenges that demand 100% availability for your best creative outlets. If Flick decides to protect Yamal, the narrative shifts quickly to the depth of Barcelona's squad and how adaptive the team can be without its teenage prodigy. Who takes the responsibility to stretch defences, to provide the vertical runs and the one-on-one magic Yamal supplies? Players like Marcos, substitutions engineered for pace, or tactical tweaks that place more emphasis on central overloads will get their moment to prove that Barcelona is more than any single player. Conversely, if Flick gambles on Yamal's presence, the decision signals an all-important message. The immediate 3 points and continuity of rhythm outweigh the marginal risk ahead of Europe. Either path is defensible, but both will be read as a statement about club priorities. Short-term momentum versus long-term safeguarding of a generational talent. Beyond selection, the match offers a real-time barometer of Barcelona's identity under Flick. Does the team press and create with the same vertical ambition without its youngest genius? Can tactical switching and fresh legs compensate for Yamal's absence? Getafe, for their part, know the value of disruption and will likely double down on structure and set-piece threat, turning their underdog status into a tactical opportunity. For fans, the match becomes a study in management. Watch the starting XE for the first hint, then the first 20 minutes for how Barcelona chooses to shape its attacks, direct wing work or patient, possession-led probing. The outcome will matter for the table, but the bigger takeaway might be the public signal from Barcelona's coaching and medical teams about how they treat youth, risk, and the modern obsession with player availability. By the final whistle, headlines will either applaud a carefully managed rotation that protected a fragile talent for the club's true summit nights, or celebrate a risky, bold choice that relied on Yamal's genius to unlock a stubborn opponent. Either way, this is not just a game against Getafe, it's a managerial Rorschach test that tells fans what kind of club Barcelona wants to be this season: fearless and immediate, or cautious and strategic in pursuit of longer, higher peaks. Keep an eye on substitutions, pitch minutes for Yamal if he appears, and the way Barcelona reshapes its attack. Those small details will reveal far more than the final scoreline.